Okay, there we go.
Live. There we go. We are live. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues just then. We are live on our DSD Team UK Hangout. We are broadcasting around the world. We've got the top income earner that you'll all be familiar with if you've checked any leaderboard in DS Domination over the... How long's DSD been going? I don't know. Last few months anyway, 7, 8 months, 9 months. Reginald Stinson's on the Hangout, so if you've got people in your team that you want to, get them involved, get them see what's going on with DS Domination and see what we've got together with the Team UK, this is the Hangout to get them on, okay? So go off, get this link wherever you've got it, 22social.com/. That you'll all be familiar with if you've checked any leaderboard in DS Domination over the... There we go. I've stopped it now. So, there we go. Yes, Reginald is on the top of all the leaderboards. He's done phenomenally well in DS Domination. We're going to find out a bit about his background and then what he's doing with DS Domination in his team and where he sees the company going in the future. So we've got a lot to get through. What I want you to do now is, if you're watching, and I can see that you are watching, write us a comment in the box below that you can watch us and you can see us clearly, because there's no point carrying on to the end of the Hangout and then nobody could hear anything. So if you keep us informed of what's going on with that. Rick, are you telling people to refresh the screen if they on that chat box? Yeah,
I am indeed, mate. Yeah, I'm watching it closely.
Okay, so without further ado, Reginald Stinson, it's a pleasure to have you on our Hangout. We're very grateful for the influence from the American team, because I see DS Domination as, one big family. We're all helping each other, and I can see that with all the teams out there. They're all putting so much content out there. Doesn't matter if you're in my team, it's get that content and get your business nice and successful. What we try and do in the UK is we're trying to inspire people to go over to where the big money is, and it's all on the .coms, the eBay.com and the Amazon.com, and that's where your influence of the American side and your team's successes really, they transfer across very well. So, it's a pleasure to have you on here. So yeah, how's that? How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing extremely well. Let me see if this thing's working. Okay, cool. Well, I'm doing extremely well. Can you all see me okay? Is the light too bad?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm doing extremely well. I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So tell us a bit about you. We want to go back. This is the success point for you. I don't want to tell your story for you. Let's go back to how long have you been in network marketing? How long have you been in this sort of thing? What did you do before network marketing, for example?
Okay, all right. Well, a little bit about myself. Prior to network marketing, I was actually in college, and I decided after going to college about, I believe, 1 semester or a year or so, I decided that wasn't the career path I wanted to take, because honestly, what I was going for wasn't something that I really wanted to do. It was something that my parents or my mom thought I should do. So after spending countless money a semester in school, I decided to just take a break from school and get into network marketing. From there, up until the point getting into the home-based business industry, I jumped from company to company, program to program, literally on a constant basis. Worked dead-end jobs, just try to make ends meet. I was a newlywed at the same time. I got married, I believe, while I was in college or shortly after. I can't remember. It was so long ago. It was about 10 years ago. But I was 20 years old, married. We ended up having our son a few months after that. So I was working dead-end jobs. I ended up at one point working 3 jobs at once. And I just knew that wasn't the life for us. So fast forwarding, got into network marketing, struggled early on, went from company to company for a few months, following the wrong people. 6 months or so later, jumped into a network marketing company, had success, replaced my job income with that company, stayed with that company 3 years, moved around a little bit, up until this point did okay. Built large organizations before, not to this magnitude that we have with DS Domination, but I built large teams before. But DS Domination has really changed things for us. It puts a whole new spin on the industry in itself. Because prior to this company, the company I was in before this, it reached a point to where we were bringing people into the company, and the money that I was making became guilt money because no one else on the team was essentially making money. They were taking all these, ridiculous steps, such as taking money out of their 401k, retirements, and taking out loans and doing all this type of crazy stuff to purchase all the products that they were not going to make money with. So I reached a point to where I got fed up with that, and I was like, look, I'm done with the home-based business industry, and then at least for a while, I'm going to take a break and just do something else. And then a friend of mine called me and told me that, they were selling on eBay. And that piqued my interest because eBay is something that you don't have to recruit. It's something I've always been, intrigued or impressed by. So it drew my interest immediately. Then he mentioned DS Domination. I'm like, hey, I've seen that before from someone else. Didn't pay attention to it. But because of you and you're doing it, because I know you're just not trying to sell me something, I'm going to take a deeper look at it, because he was telling me he was killing it selling pots and pans too as well. So I was like, man, really? So I could sell some pots and pans. So I got in DS Domination 10 months ago. I think it's about 10 months ago now. My first week, I made about $1,100 in profit. Didn't know what I was doing. Just stayed up, all night pretty much going through the training and listing stuff, looking for items, found a hot item. And the cool thing about this for you all that are in DS Domination is this, I was only on pro level when I first got in the first week. Week 2, I upgraded to elite, and by the end of the month, I was all in. I had all products. So first week, I'm just testing the waters. I made $1,100. And this product, for you all that are in, did not have a super large profit margin. It was just an item that sold so well, and I sold a lot of them in one day. I was selling like 15, 20, 30 in a day. It was ridiculous. So that happened my first week. From there, I saw the opportunity. I saw how easy it was. I've been in other companies, and I knew that this was something that I owed it to the people who were in the home-based business industry to share this with him. Everybody deserved to hear about this, because there's so many different things out there, not knocking any other company, but we've never seen anything like this. I mean, we knew about eBay, but no one has ever really come together and put together what DS Domination has, to where we do have an affiliate element to it, which we understand and know the power of leverage and team building and all that. That's cool. But if you don't want to do that, you have enough education within DS Domination to where you can make a lot of money potentially if you go out there and apply what you learn. So that was the game changer. And 10 months later, the company is booming, the team is booming, and I'm super excited about what the company is going, where the company is going. This is only the beginning. And if you thought that what we have now is exciting, that you can actually make money using the product without ever having to tell anybody about this, but what we have coming out over the next few months, it's going to be a similar product where you can make money and not have to tell anyone about the product, and it's really going to change the game. I can't say too much about it, but a lot of you already know what it is. But this is just the beginning, and what the owners of DS Domination have put together is just genius.
So, yeah, that's the interesting bit. All the secrets that are behind the scenes. I'm sure there's lots that and we get certain gist of stuff because we're in the UK and we're trying to build up this side of things. So we've got Roger coming over at some point, and we think it's about October time. So that's very exciting, and we pushing all the people to the events. We're having an event this weekend. We had an event last month. If you're watching this and you're just in the UK and you don't have a team, get involved, because there are events that you can actually get to. And I know that you're doing events, Reginald, in your team, and are you doing regional events all over the place at the moment?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So how important do you think it is to get your team to events for that, the culture within your team?
Getting people to the event is a completely different experience. I mean, of course, we had a live event here from a corporate standpoint a few months ago, and now we've implemented things within our team to where we do them weekly or bi-weekly or so on and so forth. And it's more personable. I mean, you're able to really feel and sense the heartbeat of the company. You're able to have that camaraderie with your peers that are within the company, and it just takes things to a whole nother level. I mean, it's very easy to get comfortable doing stuff at home. Honestly, up until this point, that's all I've done is do stuff from home. But I've stepped outside of my comfort zone and started doing meetings because I understand the importance of that. Some people like or need that physical interaction, and you can get a whole lot more done, in most cases face to face than you could online. Now, both of the two intertwined together work perfectly. So if you all in the UK and you're looking to connect with team members and feel the camaraderie, the team atmosphere, actually being able to know where people are coming from, because when you're typing stuff on Facebook, for example, it's hard to really interpret what people are actually meaning when they say stuff. You can easily take stuff out of context. But when you're actually physically there with people, it puts a whole new spin on things, and you just feel good being around like-minded people because your environment may be negative or whatever the case is. So get connected with these guys in the UK definitely, and get to any event that's going on, because it's only going to make you stronger, as an advocate for this company.
So as you move forward at the events, are you seeing are the same people going to the events? Are leaders being formed at your events, and what sort of things are you covering at the event?
Okay. Well, our event. Are you talking about our events or just events?
Yeah, your events that you've done so far.
Okay. Well, in our events, basically, we have an opportunity meeting as well. So basically, we do a short overview about DS Domination, and then we have another day to where we actually take that day off to actually train people. We do different trainings, basic orientation, taking them through the basics up into the advanced stuff on how to market offline and online. And from a leadership standpoint, yes, leaders are being created from that because everybody's strengths, I've noticed, are different. Some people are very great and techie with the online stuff, and some people are great with offline. They like that physical interaction. So it's very important to have that balance in your business, I believe, if you really want to take it to the next level. And yes, we have a lot of leaders that are coming from us doing local meetings.
Yeah. And what sort of I know that in other opportunities it's all been focused on the affiliate, recruit somebody else, get somebody else involved in it, and that's the whole emphasis. With DS Domination, you get the affiliate people anyway, but are you noticing that you're getting any person that's not technical that'll just do eBay? They've done it before, they know what that's all about. Do you know your numbers? What percentages of people are affiliates in your team?
Probably 20%. And some people will say, well, that's bad, but actually that's really good.
It's good for the commission, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very good from that standpoint. But only about 20% are actually affiliates. The other 80% are customers, and they love our product, and they're actually making money with it. So again, that's definitely a paradigm shift in the industry, because typically is the reverse, with other companies. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's staggering, isn't it? Because the success rate in DS Domination is, what is it, about 80-90%? Is that retention?
83%.
83%, and then there's only 20% of them that are actually promoting it to somebody else. They're just secretly typing away on eBay, listing, and making all this profit on there.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow, that is staggering. So, what else have I got down here? So, have you seen a transition in the network marketing industry in your time that you've been involved with it? You know, where people are actually going, because I think that there's a lot of matrix deals and there's a lot of these rev share type things that have gone through, and people are coming out burnt, and they want a real thing that they can stick into, that they can really move forward with.
So you asked, what is my transition?
No, what's your thoughts on the industry as a whole? Where people want to make money.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, I have people. My neighbors are cutting grass or something. I don't know if you can hear that, so it's like a string.
No, we can't. It's clear.
Okay, all right. The industry in itself, I mean, the industry has changed a whole lot. I think because of all the rev shares and especially the rev shares, because I've been in a few of those myself. I got caught up into that, and a lot of people being burned on one way or another. A lot of it's in some cases, a lot of people, some people are a lot more cautious in a sense with those type of programs that they're not really familiar with. But what I think what DS Domination is doing is really it really, this company really has changed the game in a sense, because people already know who eBay and Amazon is. We're not asking you to buy some new product or whatever that you're unfamiliar with, which that stuff works, don't get me wrong, but we're not presenting something to you that's unfamiliar. You're already familiar with eBay, you're already familiar with Amazon, you already shop online and offline. So basically what we're showing you how to do here is to get paid from it. So I think where the industry is going, I mean, the industry is going to be around. I mean, it's there. But from a company standpoint, I think DS Domination has definitely changed the game and really put a lot of pressure on a lot of companies to get their act together. And it's all good. I mean, we're not in competition with anyone. But I think that what we have here with DS Domination is a breath of fresh air in the industry, because there's been so much garbage that have come through the past couple of years that the industry in itself deserves better, because it does give anyone an opportunity to come in and be successful. It does. I mean, it's a great industry, but the last couple of years has been ridiculous prior to this. So now that we have a company like this that really is out for the people and not themselves, and with the product that you can make money with regardless whether the company is around or not. You're learning skill sets here in DS Domination. With what we have now and what we're coming out with, that will pay you for life, okay? Essentially. And this is not hype. I'm just being 100% honest with you. You're learning skill sets that will pay you for life. That is unheard of, and it's exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah, it is, and the speed of implementation from the leaders at the top, they come up with an idea, and it is literally right. This is what we're doing. That, and then Hitesh is their mad wizard programmer, whatever he is. He just rattles the stuff out, doesn't he?
Yes, Hitesh is one of the smartest people I know. I mean, I told him that guy is smart, literally. I mean, we're truly blessed to have him. I don't know where Roger found him at or how they connected, but Roger's pretty smart too. I mean, he's a comedian too as well. But those two guys, the stuff that they think of, it's unbelievable, man. I never met people who are so smart. I mean, literally, they're smart, and the stuff that they're coming out with, like I'm saying, like I've told you all, you're not gonna believe it. Not gonna believe it. They gave you a little taste, but I was like, I mean, who would have thought to design a company like this? And this is only scratching the surface. This is probably only 10 to 20% of what they're going to do with this company, and that is kind of scary, but it's exciting at the same time, because I know that a lot of people, ordinary people, average people, are going to make money.
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
So what would your recommendation be for people that are just looking at DS Domination, maybe?
Well, if you're looking doesn't do anything. I recommend everybody that's watching this. I know some people watching this on your page. Definitely, you want to go ahead and get started. It's only a $20 investment. I say this all the time. We waste money unconsciously all the time, whether we're whether things are tight for you or not. Some people may be in tight financial situations, they say, and it may be true, but the reality is we waste money every single week, if not every single day, on things such as eating out or getting massages or buying coffee or whatever the case scenario is, cigarettes, whatever. We do that because those are things that we want. But this is an investment in your future. This is an investment that can pay you for the rest of your life. So if you're looking at this hangout, go ahead and get started. Take a chance on you versus continuously investing in things that are not going to be profitable for you. And a lot of times we invest in things that are harmful to us. But this is truly a game changer. It's only a $20 investment. Get in, work the system, see that it works, and then just scale up from there. Definitely get started if you're watching this hangout. Don't delay. Don't wait like I did, because I seen it when it first came out and I just like blew it off. Like, okay, nah, not gonna do it. And that kind of cost me a lot of money. Honestly, it did, because I was actually in a bad place at that time when I seen it the first time. So don't wait, don't delay. Take action now, definitely.
Yeah, I'd just like to check in with the people on the comment section. If you the numbers on this thing are going up and down, so I don't know what's happening with the app tonight. It's usually pretty steady. So if you can comment, just let us know you're there. Give some love and thanks to Reggie for being on the hangout. We're not finished yet. Just checking the comments are working. That's all. So Rick, have you had any questions? Oh, you've got the event link in there.
Yeah, no direct questions. I just had a message from Kevin. Reggie's one of our sort of top people over in the UK here, and I believe he's trying to get on and watch it, but he keeps buffering. So I don't know if other people are having the same issues, but we might have a few gremlins in the system.
Yeah. Okay.
That's bound to happen when you get someone like Reggie on here and massive numbers. Then you're going to have some issues, aren't you? So it's all good.
Breaking the internet again.
He is, but no, that's cool. As long as it's people can see it and being recorded and everything, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you're still there. Okay, so all right, let's move on then. So yeah, I just mentioned that. Rick, you've put in the link for the Coventry event. There is only a few spaces left for that event, so if you want to hook up with people in the UK, all talking about DS Domination, there's an opportunity to get together on the Saturday evening. So if you want to get there, have a chat, sleep over the night. If you're coming a long distance, there's still a few rooms left at the hotel. And then we'll see you on the Sunday morning. The event starts at, I think, 11 till 5. But check the event link that Rick's just put in the comment section for that. And then, okay. So the Reginald, the work-at-home industry, it's a little bit different, I think, than it is in the US. In the UK, it's just like an additional thing. It's just a bit of a top-up income. I think that people in America take it a bit more seriously because they have no healthcare. They need to pay for their healthcare stuff, and they don't get handouts from the government as much as we do over here. So does that make people work harder at it, or what's the kind of attitude when people get started in the home-based business?
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought it was the reverse over here. So yeah, I thought it was the reverse over here, honestly, because people do get handouts here from the government. So that could be. I think that's. I mean, I guess it depends, because UK is kind of close to America, I believe. I've never been there, but I think it's pretty close to America. So people get handouts here. But I think really what it all boils down to, honestly, is mindset, because it's unfamiliar to a lot of people. I mean, I know over here in America, we're taught to go to school, go to college, and work for the rest of your life. I mean, that's probably standard. So when you're taught that for at least 18 years, you know, it takes a while to really break that and kind of venture out from what you were taught because that was instilled in you from when you were a child. So it all starts with mindset, honestly. You know, you have to really get into personal development, you know, working on yourself, getting around successful people, which again, that's why it's important for you all to get to this event that they're having there in the UK. Get to the event, get around like-minded people, and don't be afraid to take a chance or take a risk on yourself. Invest in yourself because ultimately, when it's all said and done, you know, you're able to make more money working for yourself than you are working for someone else. You know, there's no limit on the amount of income that you can make working for yourself versus you working for someone else. You're not capped. So here, you know, I don't know if, in comparison of, you know, why we take it more serious or whatever. Again, I thought it was vice versa. But from a personal standpoint, you know, honestly, I just got fed up with the struggling. You know, we were on government assistance when I first got into network marketing. We were getting food stamps. I don't know what they're called over there, but we were getting food stamps. We were getting TenCare, which is like Medicare or something that the government pays for. We were on all of that stuff, and we were not comfortable with that. It was an embarrassment to us to even take out the card, and people know exactly what kind of money you have. You know, we call it EBT card. I don't want people to predict the type of money that I'm spending or assume that, you know, we can't pay for it. We got to use food stamps, or to even go into a restaurant or anywhere and to automatically assume that you can't buy it, and to live in a bad neighborhood and, you know, check the check. That wasn't a lifestyle that I wanted. And regardless to where you are in the world, it shouldn't be the lifestyle that anyone wants. So I decided to do something about it. In this industry that we're in, the home-based business industry, network marketing gives you an opportunity like no other industry ever would. You can actually be a nobody, come in, go to work, and make more money than doctors. You know, which is probably one of the highest paid professions in the world, I think, across the board. So it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, whatever. If you're seriously committed, you come in, you get to work, you take action, you follow the system, you're coachable, you know, you stay plugged in, you can be successful with this, and you can create any lifestyle that you want. If you want to just be okay and just supplement your income, you can do that. If you want to replace your income, and, you know, you can do that. If you really want to be extremely wealthy, you know, you can do that. And that's the cool thing about it, because no one is putting a cap on you in the home-based business industry. You are in control of your income, and you essentially write your own checks.
So what's it like nowadays, walking into them same shops, or, you know, walking past them shops that you used to struggle to pay for items in, to now have an abundance of money and walk past and go to the next, you know, the fancy shop? What's the feeling, and what's the, you know, what does that do for you?
It's actually awesome. Honestly, I'm not really a flashy person, to be honest. I'm very simple, believe it or not. Only thing I guess is probably for all guys. I mean, I'm not into all the fancy cars and stuff. You know, all I really care about is my gadgets, you know, cell phones, computers, that type of stuff. You know, I'm good. But what really is cool is being able to provide for my family, you know, being able to put them in private schools if I want to. I retired my wife. I can buy them anything I want or anything they want. We can do anything we want, basically, not having to look at price tags. You know, and actually, here's a cool trick that I do, which I think is pretty cool. I actually go in on purpose sometime, and I may just have on like some gym shorts and gym clothes, essentially, and I just see how people automatically assume you don't have money. And I think it's interesting that people do that. You know, they judge you based on what you wear or whatever, but I think it's cool because I know I do, and I can actually tip and really be a blessing to those people who are serving us in restaurants, because that's a hard thing to be in. I used to do that, and they don't make a lot of money. It's so many people in need that every once in a while, you know, I just want to give back to people, and we're able to do that. We're able to travel. We're able to do a lot of things that we weren't able to do several years ago. So it's the best feeling in the world to be able to pay cash, to be able to buy my mom a car. You know, she didn't have one for years. To be able to do all that stuff, it's amazing. And we're getting ready to purchase a house next year, which we have the option to buy cash or get a mortgage. And we're gonna pay most of it off, but I'm gonna put it on my credit. I don't know if y'all have credit over there, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on my credit because I plan on going into real estate as well. So this has opened up a lot of doors for us because again, so many people have different dreams and aspirations beyond network marketing. Some of you all may want to, be a musician, and it takes money to fund any type of music project. I do know some about the music industry. It takes money to fund all that, or you just may want to do it just to be doing it because you're passionate about it. It may not be about the money, or maybe you may want to use this as a vehicle for you to get in real estate, which that's something that I'm doing. So whatever your dreams, your desires are, this industry again could be that vehicle, that starting point to get you to the ultimate goal. Whether it's you opening up a small business, whether you get into real estate, whether it's you learning how to do stocks, or whatever it is, it's all there and for the taking.
Yeah, fantastic. So, what's the just for people that don't know your numbers? Obviously, you can't guarantee anybody makes any money, income disclaimer, etc. But do you want to? I mean, your numbers are well publicised anyway. But do you want to tell the audience what your numbers are at the moment?
Okay. Well, I'm real close to like 400,000 in 10 months. So probably in the next 60 to 90 days, we'll be at $500,000, and within the next 6 to 9 months, I expect to go over $1 million in earnings. So your results may vary, of course, like you said. Disclaimers. We're not going to say you're going to get in and make $1 million or anything like that. But it definitely is exciting. It's different, and it took hard work. It was hard. It took commitment. It took being consistent. But when you compare what we do in the home-based business industry, for example, compared to any job, depending on what kind of job you're doing. I know the jobs that I worked, it was hard labor jobs in warehouses, fast food restaurants, and construction sites. So if you could relate to that, anything like that, in comparison to working on a site like that, making anywhere from $7 to $10 an hour, to what I did in DS Domination, there's really no comparison. I worked harder for less when I was in corporate America than I do when I work from home. Even though sometimes I work long hours working from home, but it's still a lot harder. Or it was a lot harder when I was working for someone else. I worked a lot harder and I got paid a whole lot less. So it feels great to be on this side of the fence. And everybody, if you want this type of lifestyle, you deserve to have it. You just got to work for it.
So what was that again? 1 million in what, 9 months? You reckon, or was that a year?
Within 9 months, I should be at 1 million. It may happen a little sooner, but I'm just putting some realistic numbers out there.
Not realistic for you. Fantastic. Yeah. So a lot of people they might not know. They might not even check the back office because they're not affiliates. Or I was just wanting to get that quite clear that Reginald's quite successful in this company, to put it mildly. So you touched on earlier about mindset, and I've got there how important is attitude and mindset. Can you touch on what sort of strengthened your mind? What type of things did you listen to and read, and some recommendations for the audience?
Okay. Well, mindset. Mindset is the most important piece of your business. Probably 90% of everything that we do in the home-based business industry is all mental. Really, if you fail, it's a mental breakdown because you feel like you can't do it and you end up quitting or whatever the scenario is. So knowing that 90% of what we do is mental, that's where your focus should be before you learn any type of skill set. if you plan on being an affiliate, for example, any type of skill set on how to Facebook market, pay-per-click, YouTube, all that stuff is really doesn't matter. It really doesn't hold any significance at all if your mindset is not together. Because if your mindset isn't together, you're always going to do something intentionally or in a lot of cases unintentionally to self-sabotage your business and to take yourself out the game. So mindset definitely has had a major influence on my success. It is the reason why I am successful because until when I was broke, and I was really broke several years ago, and my mentor told me that until you see yourself being successful and stop looking at your current situation, stop looking at the fact that you're broke, stop looking at the fact that your car just got repossessed. You cannot focus on that. You have to see yourself being successful. You have to see yourself in the future. Don't look at your present situation. And once you see yourself, and once you can see yourself where you want to be, then you have to begin to set goals and work towards that. Until I started doing that, nothing was happening for me. But once I changed my mindset and began to see myself being successful, began to speak and see myself becoming a millionaire, to see myself becoming one of the top internet marketers in the world, even though people thought I was crazy when I professed that, it never happened. I recommend that every new person out there to definitely indulge in the personal development. That should be your first thing. If you're transitioning from a job or if you're still working a job, is there similarities there when you want to compare the industry to a job, but there's a whole lot of differences. So you need to learn as much about the industry as possible and release some of those things that may be hindering you from really taking yourself to the next level that you may have learned, in corporate America, or I don't know what they call it in UK, corporate UK. You need to release those things because those things will only keep you in bondage. They will only keep you capped. Okay, keep your income capped. And every new person that's on here, even if you're not new, if you haven't read the book Your First Year Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell, you need to go and get that book. You can actually buy it on Amazon. I don't know how much it is, but that's why I got it. Yeah, so you can get it, Your First Year Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. It'll help you eliminate a whole lot of mistakes, and it'll put you a lot further ahead than most newbies out there. The second book that I'm going to recommend for you is How to Win Friends and Influence People. And the reason why I'm recommending that is because this industry is all about, of course, giving value to people and also influence. Leadership is influence. That's all it is. It sounds simple enough, but that's really all it is. So it's going to teach you how to win friends, of course, and influence people. Because the more influence that you have over people in this profession, the more money you're going to make. So this is going to help you to be able to develop the appropriate skill sets to do that. The next thing that I'm going to recommend for you is the book is The Secret to the Law of Attraction. I forgot who that book is by. But any Law of Attraction book, The Secret, I never read that one, but it's a popular book. But it's another book called The Secret to the Law of Attraction. I forgot who it's by. But that's a very popular book because, again, that's all about speaking things into existence, so on and so forth, speaking life into your situation, those type of things. Because sometimes people, we have a tendency to speak, negative things into our life, to speak death into our situations. For example, I'm a failure, I can't do this, so on and so forth. Whenever you say that, and whenever you profess that, and whenever you think that, those things start to become real. It becomes real because it's already in your subconscious at that point, and then eventually you begin to act on what you spoke out. So the law of attraction is going to help you to learn to speak positive things, to speak things, words of life, than the words of death. Because again, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So you want to make sure that you're not disempowering yourself with your words. And finally, any type of network marketing coach. My coach is Jeffrey Combs. I'm always going to shout him out first. He's one of the best trainers in the industry. He has, made millions in network marketing. He's also has coached and created multiple 6-figure and 7-figure income earners a lot of popular names out there that you all see in the industry. The big names were at some point coached by Jeffrey Combs. So I believe he's the best in the game as far as coaching is concerned. He also has free podcasts that you can listen to if you don't want to hire him as a coach. But you can just go to put Jeffrey Combs podcast in Google, and it should be the first link come up. You can listen to all his pre-recorded calls, and they're packed with value. And the next speaker is Eric Worre, and that's Worre. He's another top trainer in the industry as well that has a lot of killer content, super exciting, and this is all he do. He's not actively building any network marketing company, neither of them are, and that's all they do is put out content to give back to the industry and help people to become successful and change their mindset. And there's a lot of more, but those are the two that I'm going to give you all because they're like top of my list.
Yeah, just because of you, I started listening to Jeffrey Combs, and he touches on that little thing that was tripping you up, or that little mindset trick that was being played in your own head. He picks it up, he recognizes it. He's got quite a harsh story, hasn't he, about drugs and addiction and all sorts of bad things happen to him, and he drags himself through that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly mention as well is an accountability partner as well, like someone that you get on with online or that you see within the group that you can relate to. That's another good way of keeping you like focused, and you can relay with or talk to on a weekly basis. I find that helps with myself. There's a few people that I chat to that I've met that are like-minded, and we all talk about DSD, and I sometimes talk to from time to time, and I find that helps inspire me on, let's say, because we all get these days that we feel a little bit down, but chucking them a message or chatting to them and bouncing feedback or ideas and stuff off, that helps as well, and the great thing is with DSD there's so many other people as well that are like-minded and doing the same thing, that it's not hard to come by,
Yeah, and that's what the in the Facebook groups, isn't it? That's why it's great to get them sort of people together, and you'll meet all them people. That's why the events are so important, because then you'll find who you bing off, nice and easily, and you can, like you said, work together and help each other out. So I'm just looking down. Is there any more questions on there, and any feedback for Reginald at the moment, Rick?
I'm just flicking through there at the minute.
Or please leave your comments while you're watching this, because we get involved in a conversation, and we don't want to forget the audience that is watching. So as you're watching, leave us a comment down below. Ask Reginald a question. This is your opportunity now. We've only got.
We have a question from Susie. She sent me an inbox, and she's watching it from the UK, and she asked, "Is my income from selling on eBay and Amazon, or a combination of both?" To answer that question, it's a combination of both. I made about $50,000 selling on the e-commerce side in 10 months. So if you do the math, that's a nice income. Just selling e-commerce very part-time, because honestly I haven't really done a whole lot since the early stages, because I decided to focus my attention more so on the affiliate side, because I'm familiar with that. Everybody's not. I'm not suggesting that you do that if you're not comfortable with that, but all of my career I've been an affiliate of something, and I've promoted things that people didn't make money with. So I'm doing the industry and myself and the people that have followed me over the course of the years. It's kind of I'm not going to say a favor, but I'm going to say it's kind of like community service in a sense. I'm giving back them this amazing opportunity, because it's so amazing. It's so simple to make money with this that I just want to tell everybody about it. So that's where I am at with it now, and that's why I focus mainly on the affiliate side, especially since the company is so new. It's a smart thing to do if you are good at the affiliate thing, because it's going to reach a point to where you're not going to have to promote anymore, which now I technically don't have to ever promote the affiliate side again because we have enough leaders that's going to keep it going. But I choose to stay in the field because I love, help change people's life. That's just me. I love to help people, and telling people about this is a great thing to do, and it'll help people. So, 300,000 or so is from affiliate. I made 50,000 selling on eBay and Amazon combined. And I have a whole lot of stuff over here. I would turn my camera over, but my house looks like a warehouse over here in this corner. But I have a lot of stuff now that I'm really starting to get back into it. That I'm going to send into Amazon for them to sell for me due to the training that we learned in Genesis. So I'm about to get back into the e-commerce side heavily in August.
Yeah. So you'll be filling your vehicle up and back and forth to Walmart and all the other shops. With your little Zapper app as well. You'll be scanning things in and filling your boot.
Yes, that's fun.
Good old FBA.
It's good. I mean, there's so many different angles with DS Domination. The affiliate side, the pro level. Yeah, that's what I wanted to speak about. A lot of people get involved. I wondered what your view is of your team. Are people remaining at pro level for a long time, or are you managing to transition them up to the bigger levels of DS Domination?
How do I transition them to the other levels?
Are they naturally upgrading, or have you got a process that you are not making them, but giving them bonuses to upgrade?
Honestly, I don't really give bonuses too much. I mean, I think I did it probably once or twice, but for the most part, people upgrade on their own, and I think that's the cool thing about DS Domination. You don't have to pressure people to upgrade. They do it automatically because they see the value in what we have, and then they're ready to go to the next level, and they do it at their own pace. So I'll let the nature run its course in that regard as far as people upgrading. For the most part, I only ran 1 and 2 promotions of bonuses for upgrades, and that was for Monopoly. But other than that, no, I don't do anything special. I just let nature run its course. Get them on the pro webinars, and they see the value in going elite. They do that. They make money. They go to the next level, so on and so forth.
Yeah. And what about? I know with other companies there is a big focus on what should we call it? Maybe all in. We'll call it that. So there's a big focus on buying everything, and like you said, DS Domination is completely the opposite to that. And if people just want to spend $20, that's fine by us. What have you found with the amount of hand holding that you've got to do for each member of your team to, help them work their business? Is there any intense hand holding, or is it all in the training, that is provided?
No, not really. I mean, the training is well. First, before I even talk about that, DS Domination. The unique thing when I first got in, when I heard Roger and them tell you not to upgrade, I thought it was pretty weird because we're so used to being pounded by other companies about going all in, do the upgrade, this and that, and for us to actually see an owner of any company to tell you not to upgrade, that was a complete change. I was like, wow, these people are crazy. Like, you not to spend money. So, but now I get it and I understand it. They really want people to succeed first before you go to the next level. They want you to focus on being successful at pro first before you go to the next level. They don't want people to do all this crazy stuff, take out credit cards, additional cards, money out the 401k, all this stuff that some people have done in other companies to get out the products. That we don't want that to create that type of pressure for you, because when you're pressured like that, ultimately you're not going to perform well anyway. But going into, I forgot what the other part of the question is when I went to that. What was the other part of the question you asked me? I'm sorry.
God, even I've forgotten now. What was it?
Well, no, this is
The level of hand holding.
Oh, hand holding. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, hand holding. Okay, thank you, man. I'm sorry. Hand holding. No, I mean Not really. I mean, it's pretty straightforward for the most part. The videos is direct to the point, so it's not a whole lot of hand holding because it doesn't really require a whole lot of skill to do this. All you have to really be able to do, honestly, is follow instructions. If you can follow instructions, if you can take a few minutes out to watch a few videos, then you can do this. We do have additional training as well. I'm sure you all are doing that as well in the UK, but we also have stuff from a corporate level, different webinars and stuff that go more in depth and show you how to do other things. So there's a whole lot of support here with this company to ensure that you are successful. You just have to plug into it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think once people have gone through the training and then they are connected with a Facebook group, and they see that there's 100 or 1,000 people in that Facebook group that are battering ideas around, and I'm struggling in this little bit, they put their question in the Facebook groups, and I think that the huge amount of support that they get is crazy. It keeps them in the game for a lot longer. So I think that that's vitally important. And I know that you've got Facebook groups for your team. We've got them over here in the UK for anybody in the UK can join our Facebook groups. So reach out to anybody and we can sort you out with that. So, Rick, have we got questions?
Just checking now. We just got one just came in from Julian Craig Clark. He says, how did you decide which direction to take your business into when you decided to focus more on the affiliate side? I'm guessing, obviously, that was aimed at Reg. Was that just based on your experience? In fact, as you said, you've done more affiliate-based stuff and team building before.
Yeah, you have to stay within your strength. If you're not good at recruiting, you don't have to recruit here. That's the cool thing about this, and I've said it numerous of times on this Hangout. If you don't know how to recruit, you hate recruiting, you despise it, you don't have to, and you can still make a lot of money. If you say, hey, I want to make 6 figures with DS Domination, but I don't want to recruit, is it possible? Yes, it is. That's the unique thing about that. So I just stayed within my strength because I've been a top recruiter in several different companies. So recruiting is easy for me. So that's one of the reasons why I'm focusing primarily on that. And also another reason why I focus on the affiliate side of things is because this company is only like 11 months old, almost a year old. I don't know. I think they launched in August last year. So it's still pretty new. So knowing about timing and positioning and all that, people really don't even know about this. And having my background as an affiliate, it just makes sense for me, especially since that's my strength, to share this with as many people as possible. Because I know if I do that, I'm going to have a pretty large team within my organization, and I have leverage income at that point, which leverage income or residual income, I'm not sure if you all are familiar with that, but that's basically income that comes in whether you decide to work or not. Okay, I can just sleep and still make money. I don't even have to ship nothing in and still make money. And that's the cool thing about that, especially with the timing of where we are right now with this company. It's just the beginning. So it's smart to definitely share it if you are good with that. If not, start with the e-commerce side. That's how we teach people anyway. Start with eBay. Make money. That's immediate income that you control. You control your own check there. You can pretty much make money on demand with eBay. Create your story. Once you create your story with DS Domination, you make a sale on eBay. Whether it's big or small, you don't have to have these extraordinary numbers like me and say that you made $300,000 in 8 months. People don't care about that. All people want to see is progress. If you show any type of progress, whether it's 1 sale, 2 sale, $20 profit, $100 profit, whatever, recruiting becomes easy. We have a lot of people on our team that have never done anything ever in the home-based business industry, ever. But all they did was started making money on eBay. Of course, once you make money, you're excited, and they share their excitement with other people, show their results, and people want to be a part of it. It's really that simple. So focus on eBay first, create your story, and then after that, recruiting becomes easy at that point, especially if you've never done it before.
Yeah. Question from Kevin Wilkes is, how often do you do your events, or how often are you planning on doing your future events?
Right now in Nashville, we're doing them every week, twice a week, but we're getting ready to change the schedule. We're going to do them bi-weekly. We're going to do opportunity meeting and a live training bi-weekly until it grows a little bigger. In the Atlanta area, in another area, it's a larger market. They have a lot more reps there than we do. So they're doing theirs every week. And then outside of that, outside of those meetings, which those meetings are primarily just business overview meetings, we're going to do different regional events, which we're supposed to be doing one in October. I'm still working on that, getting that locked up. And we'll probably do those once or twice a year, depending on what the company does and when they do it. But we're expecting to have like a fall event for our team that we have here in DS Domination. So we're in the planning stages of that right now. So those will be once or twice a year. And then the opportunity meetings, we're doing those weekly to bi-weekly. But it all depends on the demand in your area, of course, obviously. And, you can decide that if you decide to do a meeting.
Yeah. So where do you see DS Domination now in, let's cut it down to a very short time scale, like 6 months' time, with what you know in the back of your mind?
Well, last time I checked, we had over 70,000 members or something like that. So 6 months, we should have 200, 300,000 or so, probably more than that. I see a lot of people become millionaires, customers, not just affiliates, but a lot of customers becoming millionaires. We have a lot of people who are silently making a fortune on eBay and e-commerce. I mean, eBay and Amazon, which is e-commerce. So I see a lot of success stories coming from this company. And we are positioned in one of the multi-billion-dollar industry, which is online shopping. And online shopping is only going to get bigger. And you're talking about eBay and Amazon, which is the pioneers in online shopping, which Amazon is becoming a lot bigger than eBay as of late. It's getting bigger. So the timing is now. You are in the right place at the right time with the right company. You're getting the right training here. So take advantage of that and get your piece of the pie. It's more than enough money and more than enough items to sell because new stuff is coming out every single day. For everybody to create their wealth with this. So I'm super excited about where the company is going because I know there's a whole lot more success stories that are going to come from this.
Yeah, definitely. And that's only, 6 months is not a very, a long period of time. To have your success in 9 months, coming up to 9 months of $1 million projection is just crazy, isn't it? But I know that it's possible because of what I've seen already in DS Domination.
Yeah. What we're coming. I'm just gonna give you all a little tip, and I'm gonna try not to sound hypey, but this is what Hitesh told me. Okay. All right. Basically, he actually did a corporate webinar, and I didn't watch all of it, but I think he kind of wrote down the numbers on that. It should be in your back office on the front page if you all watch it. He kind of went over about where we're going a little bit, but long story short. Aside from all that, basically what he said was wherever your income is now in DS Domination, you're looking at it to quadruple pretty much with what we're coming out with. So, if you're you're going to have people that are not making money now, essentially, that are going to be making money when a new product comes out. On the affiliate side, check this out, okay? Now you're going to be able to make money on the affiliate side without recruiting. Now, where else does that really? I mean, this sounds bananas. This sounds insane. I mean, it's one thing to make money without recruiting with the product, which okay, we're used to that. eBay, Amazon, that's cool, and of course the options and all that. But now you're talking about people are going to be making money, and some people are going to be making a lot of money, depending on where their position is. And they haven't recruited anybody on the affiliate side of things. So that is exciting. It's a complete game changer. So if you all in and you haven't seen the webinar, I believe when you log into your DS Domination back office, it's like the first video there. Corporate, I believe it's a corporate webinar update of some sort. Yeah, check out that webinar. It's mind blowing what they're doing.
Can I just quickly say something? They've got basically got updates for 5 years. That's what they based it on. One comment that was made from one of the top 3. It's going to be unreal. The stuff that's coming out now, like when I started back in January 28th, and I've been like listening to all the webinars, all the different things that are out there, you know, and all different calls and stuff. And they've like just recently the automation on your products that they've entered now, it's unreal. That's going to take, like, that saves you one person to employ, you know. And there's so much that they're bringing into this product is unreal. It's just mental. It's mental. Even supremacy, when that. Well, I won't go into it because a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. Like, obviously you guys do, but I get so excited because there's so much that's coming out, and they got so much things that they're implementing and bringing into it and automating it and making it so much easier for the average user to use and do, and basically pretty much guaranteeing to a degree of a small amount of income, you know. But I'd like to put out there, it's down to your own, you know, efforts and time. Is down to your own success, really.
Yeah, it certainly is. And yeah, to automate things, because that only came out yesterday, the automation side of eBay, and you know, it's a constantly evolving platform, and it's fantastic to be involved with. So, yeah, is there any more on there, Rick?
I've had some from Marjana, she's actually texted me, because I guess she wasn't sure where she should put it below, but it's a perfectly valid question. Reg, if you were sort of coaching somebody who's just started and they had a sort of one-on-one session with you, and they said that I'm not satisfied with the number of sales I'm having, what would be your first bit of advice?
Okay. As for coaching, no, I don't offer coaching.
He's not actually asking you if you do. I'm saying, hypothetically, if you were coaching somebody one-on-one, what would be the first bit of advice you'd say if they came to you with the problem, I'm not having enough sales?
Okay. Well, I just throw it out there, though. So, for somebody. No, I don't do coaching. And I won't do personal one-on-one coaching until I'm retired from team building entirely, because it requires a whole lot of time. But whenever people come to me about not having enough sales, the first thing that I ask is, how many listings do you have up? And in most cases, most people have not maxed out their listings. They may only have 1 or 2 things up, or a handful of things up, which is not enough, honestly, for anybody to really start questioning whether or not, you know, they've done anything right. Because it's all a numbers game in a sense. Okay, it's all about titling and all that, but essentially it's a numbers game. You know, I look at it like that. The more stuff that you have up on eBay, or even Amazon for that matter, the numbers work in your favor more, because the probability of you getting a sale is higher once you max out your listing. So the first thing would be to how many listings you have up. If you haven't maxed out your listings, max out your eBay listings. You want as many things up as possible. Third thing would be your titles. You want to focus on using key terms that people will actually search for, which we have training on how to teach you how to do that. Think in terms of a customer when you're listing. Not think in terms of what you will buy, because you know what you buy, everybody else may not buy. You can actually go on watchcount.com, which is a site that show you all the hot selling items on eBay, which gives you a general idea of what to list according to whatever season it is. It doesn't matter. It's live. It's pretty much a live site. It shows you everything in the UK, US, all of eBay, what's selling hot on eBay. So go there to get an idea, and from there, think in terms of a customer in regards to what would they type in to find this particular item. You do that, you should be fine. I don't focus too much on price, too much, honestly. I just put whatever thing profit down I want to make and just make it. I know some people limit themselves to like a $3 profit. You don't want to do that because honestly, price really doesn't matter. You don't want to get too carried away with the price, but as long as you're in a ball field of what is reasonable for that matter and you're making a profit, don't focus on that. Focus more on the title. Titling is going to make you the most money. So use proper keywords.
That's well said. Well said. Because a lot of people do wonder about the price, whether they got to undercut all the time and all this sort of stuff. You don't need to do that. As long as you're in the ballpark, and you're gonna kill a lot of people anyway with your titles, because we've got the skills and knowledge about how to do titling, and the tools to do it. So don't worry about it,
Follow the training.
Yeah.
Reginald, you just touched on something very, very interesting to an affiliate. You touched on you're not going to do one-on-one coaching until you've finished building big teams. Can you give more advice on that area for the person that is wanting to do the affiliate side of things? What's your experience in that?
Kind of a general question. What's my experience? What do you mean by that? I want to make sure I answer you properly.
So instead of doing one-on-one coaching, your vision is to create a big team and to have the structure to support a big team as well. So what's your general advice to an affiliate that wants the same as you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I don't recommend anybody do one-on-one coaching because especially if you're building a team, because it's time consuming. You have to look at what we get paid for here. We get paid based on production. We don't get paid per hour. So if you look at the commission, you're only making $9 on this person. So if you spend 5 hours on the phone with one person, you wasted most of your day and you only got $9. So I recommend that you try to keep things in a group setting because you're able to get more done in a group setting and you're able to help everyone at once versus one person. Now there will come instances to where you may have to do one-on-one with certain things, but not 5 hours or even 2 hours for that case. You want to properly manage your time. From an affiliate standpoint, if you want to do what I did on the affiliate side, basically it all boils down to two things. One is taking massive action. You just got to go all out and promote it, relentlessly and like a madman or woman, pretty much. That's what I did, and that's what I still do. Second thing is you have to be consistent. That is the word. That's either gonna make or break you in your business. Some people start off strong and then they don't finish strong. They get tired or they get bored because they're not experiencing immediate results or whatever the case scenario is. But regardless of what's happening, as long as you know that you're doing the right things to build your business, and listen to whoever your mentors are or whoever your upline or success line is that's teaching you how to do these things, who have the results that you want, as long as you're doing those things, you just have to continuously be consistent with those things. And eventually, things will start to work out in your favor. When I first got in, all I did pretty much is share results on Facebook and do YouTube videos, record YouTube videos, email my list. I didn't do any paid advertising, honestly, for a long time. YouTube videos, Facebook, team testimonials, rinse and repeat. And when I started doing that initially, I wasn't getting any results at all. People just didn't start signing up with me immediately. But as I consistently kept showing the results, showing that it's work, not just promoting myself, but promoting other people, because people are used to the person who's marketing a business to talk about themselves. I mean, that's natural. They're used to that. So I decided to do something different and show that my team member, the little team that I had, it wasn't that big then, to show that, hey, I'm not the only one making money. So and so is making money on the team, showing their results, kept doing it consistently, and eventually the momentum began to pick up. And I kept recording those videos. And as long as you're consistent, the momentum will pick up. And, every day is not $1,000 day, or it may not be that, or it may not even be $100 day. You may not make any money, but as long as you're doing the right things and you stay consistent and you're constantly work on yourself daily, eventually success is going to happen. The only way to fail in this industry is for you to quit and to give up, get tired. But as long as you stay consistent and persistent, success is going to happen.
Yeah, that's a fantastic answer. I like that.
Very wise words, buddy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Rick, is there any more that we need to mention on there?
Nothing new. Just refresh again. Bear with me.
Okay, leave Reggie some love. You're watching this with Reggie's put on a fantastic show. He's showed us, a lot of things that people are maybe, wanting inspiration to take their business forward. So leave your comments down below, and I'll give you the link to, leave a few comments, Reggie, if you've got time. And it's been fantastic to have you on. I think that everybody has seen you on them leaderboards. What position are you at the moment on the leaderboard? Are you 1, 2, 3? You're always up there.
Well, I'm number 1 all time on the leaderboard as far as personal sales, and I'm number 1 on team volume as well. But this month, for the month, I'm not number 1. I have somebody, I'm battling with somebody else and another person on the team, which is cool.
That's brilliant.
Might be a good time to mention that possibly next week we might have Sean Agnew on as well. So I know he's a good friend of yours, mate.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and I actually brought Sean in, and some amazing things have happened. I mean, ultimately, everybody, you want to get to that point to where you're duplicating yourself. It's not, honestly, I don't compete with team members and try to do all that. It's a good thing to see your team members on the leaderboard outperforming you. That's good. That's what you all want. Because once that begins to happen in your business, hey, you make more money ultimately because they're on your team. So it's cool. And Sean is awesome. He's a rock star. He's I don't know. I think he said he's like $70,000 in. He's either $60,000 or $70,000 in DS Domination right now. He's in Canada, and he's rocking it, on both sides of the business. So definitely, you all want to come out and hear from him next week when he's on and hear what he got to say, because he has a lot of value to share with you all and to bring to the table.
So do you know how many members you've actually personally sponsored?
No, I stopped looking, honestly, but it's I know it's over 1,700. I can tell you that, but I don't know the exact number. The last time I checked, it was 1,700, but I stopped looking at the numbers. I just go back there and call the new team members up or send a welcome email. I don't even pay attention to that anymore, but it's over 1,700 though.
Fantastic. Right, so thank you all for watching. We are going to wrap it up there. It's been a brilliant hangout. Thank you very much. It's one of them hangouts that I think that you can watch over and over again. So get that link and make sure you take detailed notes next time you watch it over. There's lots of information being shared. Just one more thing, Reggie. Was there any tools that you would say that people need that have helped you in the past? I know you mentioned the watchcount.com website to have a look at. Any other ones that you can think of?
Yes, they need you. Okay, you all, honestly, that's pretty much it, honestly. If you're just getting started, all you need is watch count. There's an eBay calculator as well. I'm not sure if y'all gave that information, but it's salescalc.com, CALC.com.
Yeah.
And that's basically an eBay calculator that's going to ensure that you're making a profit before you list. In the back office, they just added the list automation tool and insights, which does some pretty cool stuff, which also kind of makes sure you're making a profit. If the price change, it automatically changes it on eBay. So if you haven't checked out that video, you all need to go under the pro section, click on automation and watch that, because that's going to help you all tremendously so that you don't have to really watch your listing so much. The software that Hotez created will pretty much do everything for you and make sure that you're in profit once you set it up with your listings. And that's pretty much it on the eBay spectrum. I'm not sure if you want me to tackle the affiliate side of things, but all you need on the eBay thing is the calculator and watchcount.com. That's it.
Go on then, seeing as though you mentioned it, affiliate side, quick tips for people.
On the affiliate side, two things that you need. One is an autoresponder, and I'm not going to get into the specifics. I'll let you all tackle that.
Yeah.
But definitely you need an autoresponder because that is how you build your list. And once you build your list, I mean, company autoresponders is good, even though we don't have one as a company, or system autoresponders are okay, but you want to start off your business the correct way in the beginning, because when I first got in a long time ago, I actually had all my leads into a company autoresponder. I ended up leaving the company and I lost all those contacts. But what an autoresponder do for you is it's like a contact manager. It's kind of like a cell phone in a sense. If you were in the business, real estate, for example, and you have all these clients or whatever, you have all their contacts in your phone. So you're able to constantly promote whatever offer you want to them as long as they decide to remain on your list. So a list is something that you own for life. And what I learned from one of the most successful people in the world in building a list is that each subscriber on your list, once you learn how to properly monetize that, which you will learn that eventually in the training, is worth at least $1 per subscriber. So the bigger you learn to build your list, the more money you are going to make. Of course, monetization and everything comes into that. So make sure you have an autoresponder to capture your own leads and own that list for the rest of your life. Go with a strict autoresponder company like Aweber or GetResponse. Those are the top two in the world. All right. Next thing is, a capture page, obviously, to capture the leads, which, there's different things out there that you can do to do that. Market a stream, you can set that up in that as well in the back office. Just link your autoresponder to that so that you're capturing the lead, because most people don't join the first time they see anything. It may take them a couple times of them seeing it and you following up with them before they actually take action. So don't get impatient with the process. Just note that anything could have happened. The computer could have powered down while they was watching the video. Kids could have came in and distract them. They could have been watching it at work on their break or whatever and couldn't finish it. So, and if you didn't capture that lead, you have no way of following up with them. So, just note that you have those two things, and you're following up with your leads with the autoresponder. It'll increase your conversions a whole lot. A lot of my signups come from follow-up. Most of them. Small percentage sign up right away, but the bulk load, and any top recruiter will tell you this, come from follow-up. Okay, so that's why it's important to have your own autoresponder.
If you're a new person, let's say, into an autoresponder, what sort of things would you talk about? Would you talk about yourself or the product, or how would you go about it? Just a little tip there.
Well, if I'm a new person, what I typically do is copy other people's emails. So I'm just going to be honest. Copy the people who are successful. I mean, I just copy the emails. I may rewrite it and tweak it a little bit, put my links in there and sent out. I did that for years. Was just take another marketer's emails, which everybody does it. Most people do it anyway. Tweak it a little bit, put my links in it, and send it out. It's really that simple. That's what I would do. Another thing is, keep it simple. You don't have to be a great copywriter. You don't have to write this, you know, fantastic sales copy. Honestly, I think my sales copies suck. I'm just going to be real. I actually, I actually think I got worse, to be honest with you, because I haven't really, you know, been trying to sell like I had. I don't have to sell like I used to have to sell when I was in the other companies. So actually, my sales copy has gotten worse. It's probably the worst copy you ever read. But what really resonates with people is I'm being authentic. I'm not being salesy. I'm just telling you, hey, take a look at this pro webinar that's at this time, or watch the recording of this webinar, or watch this Google Hangout that you're on right now, and see if there's something that you want to be a part of, so on and so forth, and have my link to join a company in there. I keep things as simple as possible in my career. I don't try to be the expert. I don't try to be the best. I just take the action, and that's key. You know, take like Keisha, like one of our team members say, Keisha Bass, take imperfect action. Don't try to make things perfect. Just get it done, you know, and then worry about what happens after that.
Yeah, that's fantastic tips. Any more questions, boys?
No, there doesn't seem to be any fresh questions in there. Just a lot of people just saying thank you so much to Reginald for his time. Very inspiring.
Well, mention some names on there, Rick, that you can see.
Absolutely. Yeah, Rachel Hall saying brilliant as usual. Special thanks to Reginald. Very inspiring. A couple of people asking like what the site was. Watch Camp. I've hung that in there for them.
Stephen's on. John Wall's on. Marzina. James, I'll see you this weekend, James, at the event.
Reginald, if you had a first-time affiliate, let's say someone who's joined DSD, they've made a bit of money and they want to become an affiliate, how would you direct them in becoming an affiliate and marketing the product itself?
Well, the people that come in, we actually have a fast track system that we created and that we're creating that's going to simplify the process a little bit more. But for the most part, I always tell people to work within their strengths, whatever their strengths are. Some people are good at inviting people to stuff. Some people are good at, you know, stuff on the internet. They're more computer savvy, so on and so forth. So from an affiliate perspective, I just tell them to stick with what they're good at, which everybody is good at, inviting people to something. So share the excitement that you have about the opportunity and get people on a hangout like this, or an opportunity webinar, or an opportunity meeting that may be taking place locally, or the sales video, and let the tool do the selling for you. We have a unique system here. Our video converts at about 50% or higher. People that watch it all the way through, at least that's what my numbers were anyway. So the conversions are extremely high. So it's no sense in you putting a lot of pressure on yourself and feel like you have to, you know, close people yourself, you know, tell them everything about the opportunity. You don't. All you have to do to be successful in this industry and with this company on the affiliate side and with recruiting is get good at inviting people to take a look at your business. Pique their interest and invite them to take a look. We invite people all the time, so we can't say that we can't do it, because I'm sure you talk about movies, you talk about restaurants, you talk about cell phones, we talk about TV shows. We invite people unconsciously all the time to take a look at stuff that we don't get paid for. So why not reverse that and invite people to take a look at your business that you are excited about? And if they ask you, well, what is it that you do? Well, that's a great question, John, or whatever their name is. If you don't mind, can you hold all your questions until you take a look at this video? And then after that, we'll address any questions or concerns you have. And in most cases, when you do that, they don't have any questions. They're ready to get started. So if you keep it simple like that, you'll make a ton of money. That's what it's all about. I don't explain stuff to people in detail about the opportunity. I use the tools. So if you use the tools with your tools, like I said, Hangout, opportunity webinar sales video, local meeting, and it can't help but to work.
KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Absolutely.
That may be quite a good time, just very briefly, if you don't mind, Reginald, for me to mention Kevin Wilkes, who organising the event this Sunday, is just messaging me for people who are watching, just to say, guys, the event starts at 11 a.m. sharp, so please be there if you can by 10:30. And there's a situation where you can pre-order food prior to it starting, lunch or something. Sorry, Reginald, just throwing that in there because we know there's going to be a lot of people watching who are going to be attending the event on Sunday as well. So just sort of.
That's good. At least I might get a food order this time.
Yeah.
I forgot to order my food, so I might get fed this time. Yeah, so that's good. It's going to be brilliant to see everybody at the event, and there's a lot of people from the Facebook groups that have put a lot of time and effort into the presentations. So it's going to be fantastic to see you all again. Turn up early, stay late, network with people. That's what it's all about. And if you want to stay over Saturday night, I know that there are quite a few people that are staying over on Saturday night at the hotel or very nearby. So yeah.
Reginald, was the Vegas event your first time speaking on stage, or have you done previous speaks before?
No, it wasn't the first time. It was probably the third time, I think. But to that many people, the first, it wasn't that big. I think the first time it was like 50 people, and then Vegas, the second time it was like 300, and in Vegas it was a couple thousand. So yeah, I was a little nervous since it was the first time, and it wasn't something I was really familiar with, because when I spoke the first time it was in a different capacity. So yeah, it was the first time. I guess you can say it was the first time, technically.
How do you feel now? Like, from obviously your first time doing it, prior to that, and now, how do you feel on the stage? Do you feel more confident, or do you still...
Yeah, now I would say I'm definitely more comfortable now. I mean, I can speak in front of 10,000 people now, because from that event, now we have local events here in Nashville, so I'm constantly practicing in front of a smaller audience, and it gets bigger on the weekends when we have more people there. So you're constantly practicing, getting familiar with, stage presence, what you should do with your body language and all that, which, I critique myself. Some people thought it was great, but I'm like, I should never did that, or I should have did this, So now I know how to handle that the next time it comes. So I'm definitely prepared for the next event. If I'm called upon to speak on stage, I think it'll go a whole lot smoother.
Yeah, it's definitely an art. Yeah. Okay, we need to end it, I think, because I respect your time, Reggie. I know you got stuff to attend to. We will be in touch, before you get to 1 million, hopefully, to do another hangout, because it's really good to get the American experience. I think that you've shared enough content here with people to give them, a sense of the numbers that are being made over there. So I'd encourage anybody to link up with Reginald on his Facebook, follow what he does, and copy what he does. Like you said, he copies successful marketers. You want to do the same. So get a hold of him, follow his profile on Facebook, and then you'll be learning from the master that's already doing it, rather than learning from other people that are not as successful as Reginald. So always be surrounded by your successful people, successful leadership team. Any final words, Reggie?
Oh, well, I just want to thank you all for inviting me to the Hangout. It's definitely an honor to be here, and to say I'm super excited about what you all are doing. I actually just saw the UK page or something 2 days ago, and I think that video is pretty sweet. You all are doing big things over there, so definitely excited about what you all are doing. And for the people that are watching that may be in the business, definitely just know that you have your hands on probably the greatest thing to ever hit the industry. So seize the moment, take advantage of it. Don't get discouraged. Stay positive. Do what these guys are telling you to do. They know what they're talking about. And again, just be patient, be consistent, and take massive action. Imperfect, massive action. Don't worry about trying to make things perfect. Just do the action and let everything else take care of itself. And for the people that aren't in the business yet, that may come across this hangout, if you want to connect with Team UK, definitely you will be in good hands. Get started, join the business. It's only a $20 investment, and it's the best $20 that we have ever spent. So it's definitely created a life-changing income. So you deserve to have the same thing. So that's all I have. Thank you all for having me out, and I guess we'll see you all soon.
Great.
Thank you, Reginald.
Thank you.
Cheers. See you next week, guys.
All right.